What's going on, everybody? It is 1:27 p.m. Monday, August the 23rd of 2021, and we're going to run through some quick TA, and then we're going to finally talk about Universal Gold since I keep writing it down and forgetting to tell you guys about it. And yeah, so let's go through this. If you've been following the channel for a while, you know we've been talking about these retracement levels between the 618, 702, and 786, and you can see here the reactionary. Something we've all been keeping an eye on is whether or not everything's going to break through those and continue to the upside, or if we will be faced with a potential rollover, which who knows how far down that goes. They do have a tendency to be pretty dramatic if and when that happens. Obviously, I'm placing my own personal bets on the fact that we will eventually get through there and continue to the upside. Just keep in mind, nothing that is said on this channel is financial advice, investment advice, tax advice, or advice of any kind outside of the personal investments that I do discuss. And by personal investments, I mean personal growth and things like that. Don't buy or sell anything based on anything you see or hear on this channel. That would be a bad idea. You should always do all of your own research. You should even, vet the sources you get all your news from. Don't just believe Twitter. Don't just believe me. Get on Google or whatever search engine you use, and dig into this stuff, guys. You're talking about your money. Stuff's important. It's your family. It's your hard-earned money for most of us. I mean, if you got it easy, do whatever you want, I guess. But I mean, even easy money, I want to make sure I keep it. Yes. Excuse me. Today is a lemonade day. So yeah, looking at Cardano here. Cardano was one of the first original leaders that we saw, and it kind of raged up here to the 786, got rejected all the way back down to the 618, and then in 2 days, I mean, it ripped, and it's continuing to rip, guys. We're at almost $3 for Cardano, and if anybody's been following Cardano for a while, I mean, just at the beginning of the year here, I mean, you could have got Cardano 12 cents, so it's done quite well. Full disclosure, I hold everything that you will see on this watch list and most assets that we will go over. I do not hold Bitcoin. I do not hold Doge, I do not hold Ether, and I do not hold Verge as of right now. That will be changing in the near future. Again, I'm not telling you to go out and buy Verge, but I'm going to be buying some. I have my own reasons for doing so. But playing off the Cardano situation, we're going to go over here and look at Bitcoin. Now, keep in mind, these Fibonacci levels is a little subjective on where you're pulling them from. I've been pulling most of mine to showcase the high as of May 8th, which is when Elon went on SNL and just wrecked the entire market, even though I don't think he's personally responsible for it. I just think he may have taken advantage of what information he had and just kind of rode that train, but that's a whole nother video there. The point being is you can now see that pulling from this area, Bitcoin has made its way up through the 618, where it appears to have built at least temporary support, and it is now tapped. I mean, you look at it, it is tapped directly to the 702, and then has been rejected back down to here. So, the 702 was just a little over 50,000, which was a major milestone for Bitcoin. We've been waiting to see that, especially Bitcoin investors, but the entire market has been waiting for it to achieve 50,000. Even though it got rejected, I mean, it's not like it went down crazy far. It's still right here. If the support continues over the 618, maybe it'll consolidate for a little while, and then hopefully it goes through. We'll see what happens. Mr. Whale on Twitter, he's claiming that this is what is called a bull trap, and that they are potentially leading us all to the slaughter. I don't believe that. The guy's got a huge account, posts some really brilliant stuff sometimes, and I love his content regardless if I'm buying into that part of it. But, it is just something I'm going to tell you guys because it's something I see all the time. He's one of the people that talks about that. Moving on here to Ethereum, you can see where Ethereum has came up and started battling from between the 50% and the 618. It's chilling just underneath of it right now. So hopefully Ethereum will get through there soon and start working its way back up. Ethereum is one of the assets that I don't see it going like super parabolic anytime soon. Again, I could be wrong, but it's already had such a major run this year. I mean, this is the beginning of the year right here, and it's went crazy already. So we'll see though. Ethereum is a great asset in my mind. They do have a really developed ecosystem. Something I am heavily involved in is Kava. I use their DeFi protocol. It's my favorite DeFi protocol. And you'll see why when we get towards the end of this video. I got some really interesting stuff I'm going to show you guys. But again, I pulled this from the top, which was actually back in April. And as you can see, once it got into this 618, 702 range, it kind of consolidated for a bit, broke through, got rejected, kept consolidating, and then boom, all new highs. It's now, let me see, the all-time high was basically 8.138. So it's just sitting on top of it now that it's broke through. But if it builds support on this full retracement right here, you know, this 100% back, if it builds support on that and continues on in the price discovery, you know, that looks very possible to me. Again, I'm not a TA expert, but this is something I enjoy doing, and I've been doing quite a bit recently, so who knows. Here's Solana. It was another one. You can see it got into this range and didn't really battle at all. It blasted through the 618, got rejected back down just a tiny bit, built tiny bit of support, and then raged. This, even though you have a slight pullback here, I mean, this looks kind of bull flaggy to me. I could see this thing going up some more. I'm not doing any price calls because I don't do that. I'm not good enough to do that. I wish I understood how these people come up with that craziness so I could do it for myself, but I don't. This is the total altcoin, or the total market cap. This is the entire crypto space, Bitcoin, altcoins, everything. And you'll see here, you got up above the 50% range, kept rejecting at the 618, but has built support on the 50%, has now broken through the 618, and has begun tapping the 702 repeatedly, and looks like it's built at least temporary support on the 618. So we're keeping an eye on that too. If you notice, a lot of these assets are doing the same thing. This is the main chart that I look at when we're looking at what's going on as a whole, and that's mainly because I look for things to eventually decouple from Bitcoin. I don't know if that's going to happen right now. It doesn't really look that way, but yeah, I like looking at the altcoin market cap, which is what this is. This does not include Bitcoin, but still, you'll notice the exact same thing. It gets above the 50%. It tapped the 618, came back down to the 50, and then kind of got stuck here at the 618 briefly. Now it's broken through, and you look at this, guys. I mean, how much more perfect at the 702 can it get? We are now in the purple box, what that I have been referring to as the Action Jackson area. So this is it's a big deal, guys. And like, one thing I do want to show while I'm talking about it that I forgot to pull back up is the Fear and Greed Index. Right now, look at where we are. Last month we were in extreme fear. Last week we were in greed. Yesterday, the extreme greed is heating up. Now, when the extreme greed heats up, you know, a lot of people get in here and they start FOMOing. People are going to start throwing money all over the place. But keep in mind, that's what's usually happening in these big areas where you get these big drops too. That greed comes in and the professionals take advantage of it. I'm not telling you. I'm just saying be careful. Pay attention. And be watching your assets. It would be the responsible thing right now to be paying attention to everything you've got invested, because we don't know what's going to happen. Like I said, I'm expecting this thing to hopefully be up in this range somewhere. You know, obviously I'm being pretty broad, but I hope it's going to take off. It hasn't rejected that far down. I mean, you see it got down below the 618 briefly, but for the most part, this candle has stayed above. And it just tapped that 702. I mean, I love this stuff. It's just amazing to watch it all work in synergy. I mean, there's such a connection here between all these assets, and a lot of people don't like to admit that, but you can see it. We're going to move on to XDC, which again, you had a very similar situation. We rolled up through here. Once it got through all this mess, you see where it got above the 718 and it kept trying to break through, and then it did roll over on itself all the way back down to pretty much the 0.23, which that's a percentage of retracement from this top to this bottom. That's kind of what these numbers represent. These are percentages, just so you guys can kind of follow what that means. So you can see it rolled all the way back down here, did some more consolidation, which is a fantastic time to be accumulating usually. And then as you see, it bounced all the way through all of this multiple times. It kept boom, boom, getting rejected, boom, boom. Once it finally closed above that 702, right at the 718, that was the last day, and it raged way up to here too. That was the last day that happened. And since then, I mean, it's been going up. And again, this is looking a little bull flaggy to me. I am not an expert TA guy. I just go by, I watch a ton of videos and read a lot of stuff, and it just looks like something I've seen before that a lot of these guys talk about. Again, my prediction would be that most of these assets are going to continue upwards. And I'm not covering every asset that I even have on my watch list. You guys will notice these are just like my top 50s. Some might only be in the top 100, but I don't go below that. Like, you're not going to see me covering like SafeMoon or anything on here. Even though that's pretty high market cap wise at some points, I'm not going to cover Shiba. These are mostly utility coins that have real world use case that are being used, DeFi protocol coins, utility coins, things of that nature. That's just where I think this bull run potentially could get continued and launched even farther than we expect if it goes on a utility run. Once the adoption starts happening, you look at XRP, XLM, XDC, Algorand, even Cardano, you start talking about payment coins, you start talking about smart contracts. Nexo is more of like a CeFi. You got Kava and Cake, those are DeFi tokens. So is BNB is used a lot. And so, a lot of these, I think that utility run might be around the corner. XRP, obviously, which is my favorite digital asset, you can see right down here, comes down, does the double tap, bull flags its way out, gets all the way up to where? The 702 and pinpoints it, comes all the way back down to the 50%, breaks the 618, and now it's kind of consolidating right in that range. So hopefully that thing can break loose here soon. We're just going to have to wait and see what everything does. And with all that being said, we're going to move into the universal gold aspect. So I am going to torture you guys and read most of this page to you in case some of you guys are driving or anything like that. What is universal gold? And this is brought to you by Uphold. This is where I bought this myself using my debit card. The amazing thing is you can actually spend this gold on your Uphold card or your Global ID card. Like me, I have the XRP card through Global ID, which pays in XRP rewards, but I can spend this gold token and get that. So it's really cool. Anyway, universal gold is the only form of gold that is free to hold, government-backed, spendable on a debit card, and purpose-built to be accessible and affordable for virtually anyone, anywhere. Issued by the Universal Protocol Alliance, it is an ERC-20 gold token like no other. Each token represents 1 troy ounce of pure physical gold held at the Perth Mint in Western Australia, and we're going to cover that. This is on the Ethereum blockchain, guys. The underlying gold is physically deliverable and government guaranteed, which eliminates credit risk and the need for insurance, another major carrying cost of gold. Each of the universal gold tokens is collateralized on a 1-to-1 basis by Infinigold Gold Pass certificate and a transparent value substantiation process published on the Ethereum blockchain and audited by the renowned blockchain security Ceratec. We're going to go over all of this. Infinigold is no longer Infinigold. They have turned to Trovio, and Ceratec, we're going to get into them too. They have some interesting stuff. Since the inception of cryptocurrencies, there have been numerous attempts to produce a superior digitized gold solution, but until now, no product has managed to combine all the following properties into one offering. 0 storage and management fees, redeemable for the physical gold, instant settlement, state-backed guarantee on underlying assets, and no transfer fees. Universal Gold delivers all 5 advantages, and in doing so provides a superior way to invest in gold, one that overcomes all the traditional drawbacks. Leveraging transparent value substantiation technology, the Universal Protocol Alliance has built a gold token that opens up the largely opaque and over-the-counter dominated $20 trillion gold market to a far broader constituency. For the first time, virtually anyone anywhere can easily invest in gold and spend their holdings as easily as cash. So it's pretty cool, guys. I mean, my first investment in gold, I had earned some BAT tokens for using the Brave browser, and I had what else did I have? I had some other form of rewards on there that I can't even remember what it is. But whatever I had on there, I think I had $27, and I was able to purchase gold, whereas through a lot of these gold brokers, you have to purchase an entire ounce, or, which is like $1,800. So, and these tokenized commodities and stuff is really going to take off. They're starting to tokenize real estate. That's going to be huge. So here's the Perth Mint, which is in Australia. And I did open this up. It says, is the Perth Mint reputable? And it says, with more than 120 years of precious metal minting experience and the world's only government guarantee of weight and purity for our gold, silver, and platinum coins and bars, we are trusted by investors around the globe. In addition, our location in Western Australia is considered geopolitically safe. I think that's pretty cool, guys. And here is their website. I looked around in here a little bit. I wasn't going to get too crazy, but you can get these little silver foils. They got gold coins, Vader-shaped coins. I mean, how cool is that? Pretty neat, some of the stuff they have. You can get, your bars. Interesting stuff. I didn't get too into this website just because it didn't seem to provide anything that was like overly interesting to me. These are the things you can shop. You got collectibles, you got metals, gifts, bullion coins and bars, all kinds of stuff. Like, actually, let's just do this while we're on here, because that is a little... They got different things you can invest in, different options. You can visit certain things. They have different services. They got a refinery, a treasury, yada, yada, yada. All kinds of cool stuff. So, does this tell you anything? Buy bullion online. Buying gold and silver bullion coins and bars. Doesn't look like it really tells you here. I wanted to see how much a bar of gold would technically be. Let's see. All right, here we go. Gold bars, sizes and prices. Looks like the buying is not open right now, probably due to time zone constraints. So it's not going to show as it looks like. Maybe it'll show as coins. And it does not. I'll come back and check that out later. Just whatever. And then you have Trovio, utilizing emerging technologies to engage with the new digital economy. Trovio helps traditional businesses build and deploy next-gen commodities products, uncovering new opportunities in markets with confidence. And it goes down and talks about their ecosystem, how you can digitize your physical products. You know, tokenization is big, guys. This is really big, I'm telling you. This is the future of everything. They do have a video here. I don't know if I'll get a copyright hit for this. I'm going to play it anyway, and if I get a hit, I guess I'll have to either take the video down or edit this out. I'm not sure how that works, but let's just go ahead and check this video out, and I will be back in just a minute.
Trovio is helping the commodities industry navigate a new frontier of technology, bringing traditional businesses into the new digital economy. Enabling our partners to deploy digital commodities and tokenized assets, Trovio opens the door to borderless new marketplaces, improved ESG tracking and management, and a range of innovative operational and financing solutions. Our modular product ecosystem lets partners engage directly with clients, capital providers, and market participants globally, using next-generation products to enhance how they do business. Providing a digital on-ramp for the physical commodities industry, Trovio Bridge integrates existing infrastructure with a digital registry system, bringing physical assets into the digital world through a natively branded platform. Trovio Bridge eliminates clearing, settlement, and operational risks by implementing an infinitely fractionable, cryptographically secured system, while also enabling digital commodities to move across registries in a seamless and secure fashion. For an evolving market demanding direct ownership of assets that are auditable, secure, and immediately tradable, Trovio Expand transforms digital commodities into tokenized assets that benefit from the open marketplaces, custody solutions, and ESG provenance of blockchain technology. Meeting the changing requirements of the commodities industry, Trovio Green tracks asset supply chains from mine to vault and beyond, accommodating a growing demand for environmentally sustainable products. With Trovio Green, partners can capture and securely link supply chain history with products to meet ESG compliance needs or bring carbon-neutral products to market. Trovio equips the commodities industry to step into the digital future and gain access to a world of new opportunities. Learn more.
All right, hopefully that played in its entirety. I had to sign a FedEx package, and I'm hoping that that all recorded properly. All right, moving on. Their commercial partners, which I also found interesting. Obviously, they're partnered with the Perth Mint and Universal Protocol, which is who provides that token. They are partnered up with Uphold, which I'm a huge fan of. You know, they never delisted XRP, so a lot of people are fans. And I thought going down here, you saw some more people, some fintech companies over in Singapore and stuff, you know. Looks like they got some good partnerships going. So that's all we're going to talk about with them. And let's get over to Ceratec. So how long does a Ceratec audit usually take? They use patent and proven technologies to complete their audits as quickly and thoroughly as possible, which has allowed us to complete most audits in a matter of days instead of weeks. Some of our audits have been able to be completed within 48 hours. So they can do wallets, smart contracts, token crowd sales, platforms, all kinds of stuff. We're going to get into that. Here it says they are one of the most trusted blockchain security technology companies in the world and is one of the cutting edge is on the cutting edge of research and innovation. Their involvement in the UP Alliance further demonstrates their commitment to smart contract code integrity, transparency, and value substantiation. So I went over to their website just to do some more research, and they talk about, is your project hacker resistant? And you can secure it. And you see here they got Binance, Huobi, the Ethereum Foundation, Matic, Neo, Aave, VeChain, Bancor. I mean, this is all the things they're doing. They have all these different services. Here's some of the industry leaders that they're referencing that they're trusted by and have worked with. You got, IBM you can add to that list. Let's see who else is on here. Arrington XRP Capital, TrueUSD, Crypto.com, Waves. I'm sure some of these have a little more relevance than even I know. I'm just kind of shouting out the things that I do see. They talk about the types of auditing services that they do offer, like they do crowd sale and token contracts, custom smart contracts, wallets, and decentralized apps, and the blockchain protocols themselves. Again, they have a list of clients and partners. We kind of went over all these people anyway. Terra's on there. It shows some of the advantages of using them. They do free project quotes, transparent reports. The audits are accepted by most exchanges. They do formal verification. Turnaround is as quick as in 48 hours. They have a unique patented technology. It shows the process. They go through the source code. They review the source code again. They suggest remediations, and they complete the audit and provide certificates. This kind of shows a little bit of stuff on how it actually works. So I'm not going to read all of this, but this talks about what's in their audit reports. If you want to look at that, just pause the video. Yeah. And I think it's cool, man. Like, this stuff is important for these companies like this. And then, of course, they have a service called SkyNet, which always makes me nervous. So does the NSA and several other organizations. It takes me back to the John Connor and Sarah Connor days with the Terminators. So I hate that name, man. It's just like... But their SkyNet is an intelligence engine powered by security scores seen on the security leaderboard. It provides a 24/7 security analysis for your smart contracts. So by leveraging a combination of static and dynamic technology, SkyNet is able to provide an intelligence engine that works around the clock to verify the security of your project and smart contracts. It's an automated tool. It's it's pretty cool. They'd have a human-readable security score, and it says through the publication of an easily accessible human-readable security score, users are able to assess the security of a project at a glance. And to be honest, I didn't know anything about this, so I went over to their leaderboards here, and I thought this was really interesting because it shows you the leading projects. And the number one security score on here for them is PancakeSwap. You've got Aave, who's went down just a little bit recently. You have Binance, Kava, which is my favorite. And you see some familiar things on here. Even SafeMoon is actually on here. I thought that was interesting. Crypto.com, TrueUSD. They got all kinds of stuff on here. You can even go, let's see how many pages. All right, that's going to take forever. We are not going to do that. Let's do their security score. So it looks like these are the highest. All kinds of stuff. New ciphers on there. They're a newer thing. Paxos. Start seeing a lot of stuff that I recognize, which I thought was really cool. I wonder who has the lowest. I'm not familiar with most of these anyway, but this just shows you, some people are not as secure. And I feel like if they're advertising that visibly, that makes me even more nervous. They do also have Binance Smart Chain only projects, which I thought was interesting. The only one that I would even consider putting my money on personally is PancakeSwap or Binance directly. I would be comfortable with as well, I guess. But so yeah, I just thought this was pretty cool. I wanted to go into that in conjunction with the Universal Gold thing. Make sure you are following me at TruePerception3 on Twitter. Make sure you like and subscribe. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell if you haven't already to make sure you don't miss anything. And yeah, check out the playlists. I've been updating those a little bit here recently. The main one that's been getting updated is I do have a, where does it go? The ET playlist. And now none of these are my own personal videos. They are Eric Thomas's motivational videos. He's the #1 motivational speaker in the world. A guy he has an incredible story. I'm not going to say it reminds me of myself, but I can relate to a lot of what he's been through in life. It's from the bottom. Now he's up at the top. You know, it's an amazing story. I do suggest you guys check his stuff out. If you want to get fired up, watch a couple of this man's videos. You'll be ready to run through a brick wall. This isn't your typical like Les Brown, Tony Robbins type motivation where it's, you know, a guy in a suit with a beautiful tie telling you how he made millions of dollars. And this is a guy who was homeless, living in abandoned buildings and eating out of trash cans, who now runs a huge organization that does a lot of charity work and does a lot of speaking to corporate America, making a lot of money. He goes to a lot of schools for free. He goes to prisons, juvenile detention centers for free. He does all kinds of amazing work. So I really suggest you check him out. And with that, I'm going to stop rambling. I have photography equipment coming left and right from FedEx right now, and I've got to get to work. My office is a mess right now. I'll talk to you guys on the next video.